the hell? This motherfucker should have been recording. My phone did some weird shit, man. And here I was trying to record something. It's recording now. Damn. Hopefully y'all got, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna start over. Okay. Hopefully y'all get, damn, this phone, guys. It threw my whole vibe off. Yeah, but y'all gotta really get into suretyship. Suretyship, trust law. Get you a Black's Law Dictionary. Okay, get you a Black's Law Dictionary. That's what I prefer, because I've learned a hell of a lot using the Black's Law Dictionary, and I use I like to use the 6th edition. Back in the day, when I was first starting, I'm about 10 years in now, and I used to hear a lot of people, on the internet, pretty much telling you to get you a 2nd edition, like the older editions. But keep in mind, the times change, y'all. Times change. So if the times change, the laws change, and they have to update the laws. They have to update they have to update stuff to update it to the times. So keep in mind, it's like, for example, there was a time back in the days when slavery was legal, and it was part of society. It was part of life. It was part of the way everybody, how they did things. So, women couldn't own property, They couldn't vote. They couldn't work, they couldn't work. They didn't have the same rights as men had. When they changed that, when they abolished slavery and they started, making things equal between men and women, then they had to change the laws. And, the editions of the law books had to change because the meaning of the words started to evolve and kind of take on new meanings. They kind of added on. It's like you look at the etymology of a word, it doesn't mean what it meant back then. It means differently. Even looking at words like, let me just throw one out there. Fornication. We know that means here in 2024, it means, sex without being married. But if you look at the etymology of the word back in the umpteen hundreds, back when the word was invented, it was some type of a form of prostitution. It didn't mean what it means today. So as the times change, the meaning of words change. They tend to evolve. They go to a whole different meaning. So same thing with the laws, so when you get a different edition of a law dictionary, don't dismiss it thinking it's not going to have the information in there that you need, because you want to stay stuck in the early 1900s thinking you can apply it in 2024. Some of it you can, some of it you can't. Okay. So don't dismiss the new stuff. 1990 is a long time ago too. That's over 30 years ago. At the same time, it's more relevant than a 1910 Black's Law Dictionary. So I just kind of throw that out there. It's something to think about. But it's up to you on what you want to use as far as like your research. But I definitely recommend a Black's Law Dictionary. I use 1990s version. I think that's 6th edition. I use it all the time. And it has a whole lot of gems. It's loaded with gems. When you get into a habit of looking up these words, it really opens your world up and your understanding up about different words that we're using. And we're thinking that this is what it means based on what somebody on the internet said. And you choose not to look it up because you respect the person who said the meaning of that word, what they think the meaning of that word is, more so than you read the actual credible law, the law resources that actually tells you the meaning of that word. So when you're able to dismiss what other people are saying and you really focus on what the actual credible sources are actually saying, the actual law dictionaries are actually saying, these are the terms they're using in court, the terms they're using in the commercial world, you get a clear understanding about what's going on. Suretyship is where it's at. You're the surety for your name. You are the surety by default. You're the surety for the name. You do it every day any damn way. Your light bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your rent, your car notes, your insurance, you, the living man or woman, are performing on behalf of that legal name. You do it all the fucking time. Same thing you should be doing in court. The problem is we've never been taught how to pay a bill in any other way other than with a Federal Reserve note. That's the problem. But you're operating as a surety anyway. So that's where negotiable instruments come in. You need to be studying about negotiable instruments, how to properly endorse instruments, what are negotiable instruments, how to perform, who to send them to. You know what I'm saying? What is needed so they can recognize you as the one that's supposed to be actually walking in that working that office, if that's the best way to say it. I guess that's one way to say it. But but you are the surety. We've been hearing for years, you don't want to be the surety. You want to be you're not the surety, you're the beneficiary, you're not the surety, you are the surety any fucking way. The legal name, the US citizen, that is the all caps name, is the US citizen. It's not you, man. The legal name is not you. We spend all this time trying to get passports, all these cars, passport cars, and we sitting here trying. That's commercial too. That's still a commercial document. When you go across water with the passport, you try to conduct some business and you need to produce some identification. You're using that same passport with the name styled in all capitalized letters. That you need a birth certificate and a social security number in order to properly identify with, in order to obtain it. If the birth certificate is not you, then why do you need a birth certificate to get a passport? They should know it's all commercial. It's all commercial, y'all. You gotta use a little common sense. It wasn't until I got to the point to where I was able to dismiss a lot of the shit that I was hearing on the internet, that I could actually start to understand a lot of the stuff, what's really going on, what's really happening, and understanding suretyship. It's basically all you're doing. You're just operating. You need that legal name in order to do business anywhere in the world. You need that. That's why you're getting your birth certificate authenticated, so you can use that birth certificate in another country. It ain't got nothing to do with changing your status and correcting this and correcting. Your status is already corrected. It's already done. It's all about how you performing. And we're not performing properly. We're performing as someone that's incompetent. Someone there's a status called incapacitation, incapacity. You might want to look that word up in the law dictionary. Look that word up in the law dictionaries. Incapacity. That's someone who has a legal or has a mental or physical disability to be able to handle their financial affairs. Okay, you don't have to be like mentally, as we call it in us old schoolers call retarded. You don't have to be that. You know what I'm saying? What they call that? Gosh, I'm trying to keep words from being so damn offensive to people. But you don't have to be that. You could be a grown person, a grown man, a grown woman that just don't know what you're doing. You still have a mental inability to be able to handle your financial affairs. If you're in court and you don't know what you're doing, you have that status of being incapacitated. That's the status you have. That's why they handle you like that. That's when the parents padre doctrine kicks in. They're acting as if they are the father of your estate. They're the custodian over your estate because you don't know what you're doing. That's why they appoint a judge, an attorney to perform on your behalf, because you don't know what you're doing anyway. And they'll railroad the shit out of you even when you filing some shit that looks like some sovereign citizen shit. They did shit to me before too, so I'm telling y'all some shit I done been through. They called me a sovereign citizen before too. 5 years ago in my old court case, they were like, the gobbledygook, he filing gobbledygook and They say shit like that, Bob. You know, when you're using that type of language and you operating as someone who's you're talking about, like for instance, I reference my son as my property. You know, some of y'all are good for that. We've been taught that. On the internet, we've been taught your children are your property. You can't use that language in 2024. You just can't use that damn language. You can't even talk like that. You know, because slavery is illegal. You can't own a human being. You know? Now, back when slavery was legal, the slave masters used to actually record their slaves in the county recorder's office. There was a video right here on TikTok. Not TikTok, on YouTube. I wish I knew the name of that video. But there's a video on YouTube where they were talking, they were showed actual county recorded records where previous, like old slave owners, they recorded their slaves by their names inside the county recorder's office as their slaves, as their property. Back then, slavery was legal. You could do that back then. 2024, you can't call no human being your property. You just can't do that. I did that back in the day. And that's why they referred to a lot of the bullshit I was filing in the court case. You know, gobbledygook, sovereign citizen nonsense, all types of. They were just the judge would criticize the hell out of what I was saying. You just can't say certain shit you shouldn't be saying. You can't use the old language of back when you know slavery was legal. You can't use that language. You can't even talk like that. You look crazy in 2024 talking like that. So I thought I'd kind of throw it out there. You got to update your language with the fit the times if you want to get your remedy, and you got to understand suretyship. Understand that you're not the name on the docket. You are the surety for the name. You're the one that operates on behalf of it, the same way you do any other way. When you go to Walmart or any grocery store, any store, period, you put something. The living man, put something on the counter. You want to pay for that. In order to pay for that, you have to use your legal name to do that. So you pull out dollar bills or your credit card, and you, as a surety, step in on behalf of that legal name to pay for that item, to pay that debt in order to obtain what you need from that store. You know, so when you ring that thing up, you pull out your credit card. Say you pull out your debit card. That debit card has your legal name written on it in all caps. No credit card has your name in upper lowercase. It's in all caps. Whether it's that or you pull out some Federal Reserve notes. Bottom line is you gave a payment and you did that on behalf of your legal name in order to pay for the item that you needed. You've been operating under suretyship all your life, all your adult life. You've been doing that. And so by your money being short, I'm going to say short. I'm going to use the word short. Say you get a 9 to 5. You got 40 hours a week. You don't make but X amount of dollars. And then you got these extra bills that's coming in that's causing your Federal Reserve note count to be a little lower than usual. So now you're a little troubled about how am I going to get rid of this here debt right here, because they want too much. They trying to get, and you know, I can barely eat if they keep taking this much money out of my check, if they keep demanding this kind of money. So it causes you to kind of panic and wonder how you're going to do this. Like I said earlier in this video, you know, I think I said it earlier. I thought my video started doing some weird shit. But the thing is, you're you've only been taught one way to pay bills, and that's with Federal Reserve notes. That's with legal tender. That's legal tender. The green dollars that we always put in our wallets and we done fought and killed over collectively. Not me, I don't kill nobody. I don't kill people. But anyway, you only been taught one way to do that. So you don't know about negotiable instruments. A child support order is a negotiable instrument. Okay? any order is there's order in somewhere. One party is ordered to pay somebody else X amount of dollars at a specific time or on demand. That is a negotiable instrument. Look these words up and you'll understand what it's all about. Look up the term in your Black's Law Dictionary. I would always, hope everybody has a Black's Law Dictionary. I like the 1990 version. I like the 6th edition. I use it all the time. And it has a whole lot of jewels hidden in there. And we've never been taught to use that book. But you look those words up. Negotiable instruments, bill of exchange, suretyship, beneficiaries, beneficial owners. You are the beneficial owner of that name. You're the owner, you're the surety for that name. Anytime you're doing business, you're the one that's performing. A fiction can do no thing. So it needs you to perform on its behalf. Until you understand that concept, once you understand that concept, your life would actually take on a whole different turn. You might want to look deeper into that the meaning of that birth certificate too. That birth certificate has a hell of a lot more significance to your life than you'll ever know if you choose to be willfully ignorant about what it's for. Okay? But you'll understand that it's also security. Look on the bottom of the security. Just look on the bottom of it. Hold on a second. You see right there? It says this document is printed on security watermark paper. Plain as day right there. Why is it printed on security paper? Up here right here it says, where is it? Here it says it twice on here. In this small print right here. Any reproduction of this document is prohibited by statute. Do not accept unless on security paper with seal of vital records clearly embossed. It's a security paper. It's on security paper. It's on security paper. Why if it's not a security? Yeah. Okay. So if it's being a security, you might want to look that up too. When you get your Black's Law Dictionary, you want to look that word up too. A security. Look up security. You'll learn more about that. That birth certificate will teach you a hell of a lot more than what you've been hearing on the internet. Start looking these words up, and your life will take on a turn. I don't want to spill all. I'm spilling all this. I'm spilling the sauce now. I'm saying more than I said. I said I wasn't gonna say all the stuff I'm saying on the internet, but I'm saying it in a damn way. I'm saying it. So I'm kind of really trying to empower you all with the tools that you need to look up what you need to look up to get the remedies that you need, in your life. This is not just remedy for court cases. This is for your entire life. All the debts in your entire life. I'm actually using this same method that I'm slick telling y'all about on a credit card debt that I have going on. Okay? I have a credit card debt that I have going on. And I'm going to I'm sending it off tomorrow. I've saying what I need to say. Y'all just need to pay attention to what I'm saying. But this, once you understand suretyship and you're operating in your office properly, once you express it, they can't try to interpret what they want to interpret when it comes to how you're operating. I'm gonna see if I can find that law real quick. Y'all know I'm in Georgia, so I got to use Georgia law. So you can type these keywords in your own state, and you'll probably find. I'm sure you'll find the same thing. You see where it says commerce and trade. This is based on UCC as well. So here we go. It says contract. The contract of suretyship is one of strict law. Strict law. and the surety's liability would not be extended by implication or interpretation. They can't interpret or try to imply any damn thing other than what other than what you're trying to do. Okay? They don't try to imply some old random shit. You know how they try to play dumb. They try to play dumb like they don't get that you're trying to operate in suretyship. It's like, it say the contract of suretyship is one of strict law. Saying surety and the surety's liability, that's your responsibility, would not be extended by implication. They can't imply some shit. You know what I'm saying? It won't be extended. Extend means to, what good word I could use for extend? As a matter of fact, here we go. Cause to, it won't be extended means a cause to be covered, to cover a larger area, to make it longer or wider. So they can't try to extend it to mean some shit that you didn't say. Okay? Other than what you're already doing. By implication, that means to imply something, or interpretation. Y'all know what interpretation means. They're trying to say you mean something that you didn't say. Here we go. The action of explaining the meaning of something. Okay? Implication. Y'all know these words, but I'm gonna look them up anyway. Show y'all what it says. Okay, something. Let's say the conclusion that can be drawn from something, although it is not explicitly stated. So they can't. They're not able to do that. Once you express suretyship in a situation, they know that you're operating in equity. When you operate in suretyship, you're invoking equity at that point. And they can't even pretend like you're operating like, I don't want to say you operate like a fiction, because they never thought you were operating like a fiction anyway. They just think you operate like somebody that's incompetent. Yeah. So, they just think you're operating as somebody that's incompetent. You don't know what you're doing. So they trying to railroad you and take advantage of you. That's all that is. So when you're performing, based on how you're performing, that's how they're going to see you. That's how they're going to respect you. How you wording your stuff. You understand what you're doing. They go by your intentions. What are your intentions in your paperwork? You know what I'm saying? It's good to, I made one recently I just made an error on some paperwork. And me being already previously labeled as a sovereign citizen 5 years ago in the 2019 order that was filed in one of my old cases. I thought I actually decided to put a deposit into the court case, not file it on the record, but to send it directly to the county clerk. You might want to look into that. It's a difference in bonding your case and not filing on the court case, but you're not filing it into the court case on the record, but you're doing it on the private side. That's when you send it to the county clerk. Need to learn about bonding your cases. Okay? I just threw you another gem just then. Okay? Just threw you another gem. And understanding how to do these things and what you need to do. You gotta. These people go to work, man. These public officials they trying to work, and if you ain't bonding no cases, you ain't putting nothing of value at stake for them to work with, and you expecting them to move in your favor, you expecting them to do things. Well, I'm guilty of it. I opened up a court case, and the only thing I paid was a filing fee, and I just kept filing shit into the court case, and the shit can go on for years at a time, years to come. And wonder why I ain't getting no fucking movement in the court case. These people come to work to make money. It is what it is. That's just the reality of it. It's like anything else. You go to a store, you pay for what you want, right? You need them to enforce your rights. Why you ain't giving them nothing to work with? A filing fee is not their fee. That's not what they supposed to get paid off of the cases that they deal with. So this is how I'm seeing it from a logical. That's the logic that I'm using with that. You know, I'm sure it could be more about the mechanics of it that I know about, that I don't know about. But that's what I'm holding. That's what I'm standing on now, because that's my understanding at this point. But it makes sense. The same case had been lingering for years, and then you never gave them nothing of value to work with, to give them to give them reason to even move in your favor, on your behalf. Think about that. Just think about that. How many of y'all filed anything, especially as defendants? If your name is named as a defendant and you never no kind of deposit at all in the court case, how the judge supposed to even want to even deal with your damn case, because you ain't putting nothing in there? They're not going to tell you that. They're never going to tell you that, because they're not supposed to give you legal advice. You're supposed to know about it already, but all these years I didn't know about a deposit in court. That's a key word. That's a word of art. Put deposit in court, followed by the name of your state in your Google search, and I guarantee you'll find a statute that tells you about this. Now, if you don't want to honor statutes as laws, then that's your goddamn problem. But if you type it in there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, it's going to say something about a special deposit. I guarantee you. It's going to talk about a deposit in court. That's water, y'all. Mind y'all business. You mind your goddamn business. Let's see. What else? I think that's it, man. I've been damn near rambling on for about 30 minutes now. But I don't want to say too much, because once I get the actual results, the proof of me shutting some shit down, I'm gonna have to start charging, because I'm not giving shit out for free, especially for the ship jumpers, because I got some ship jumpers that's following my shit secretly, but they also done badmouth Emeralds, thinking Emeralds don't know what the fuck you talking about, even though I've shown y'all what the law is, and I've helped so many people for free, never charging nobody a damn dime. I've been there for too many people. I'm talking about hundreds of people. Maybe not hundreds. Close to it. I'm sure. I know over 100 though. But I've helped a lot of people. I'm talking about typing up documents, consultations, hours at a time, and then time somebody files, somebody want to try to expose Emeralds about a child support case. I'm gonna probably be the first one to be. I'm gonna be the one that made it show that I done shut down a court case in less than 6 months, a child support court case. So that's what my goal is. Not only that, I'm getting my boy back this year too. So we're gonna see exactly. I'm gonna have to show improve. As I show improve, I'm gonna have to maybe start doing classes or some shit. I don't know. I'm gonna let my conscience be my guide. So anyway, this thing just stopped recording, so I had to re-record again, and I'm gonna add this little under a minute video to that long ass video when I'm editing, and I'm gonna have to move like that, and I'm gonna get it popping this way. But we'll see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna get on up out of here, because I need some rest. I gotta get up and go to my hometown to go get some stuff done with a credit card company. So I gotta get some paperwork completed. So stay tuned. We'll talk to y'all in the next video. Emerald signing out.